I just wanted to continue with the tree theme that I'm doing for the year. And as you can see, it's March. Here in the Pacific Northwest, we have so many of the ornamental cherries that we actually have our own cherry blossom festival, and that's in the Greater Vancouver area of BC. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I think this, in terms of technical quality, turned out terrible. But for somebody who's relatively new to drawing, you know what, it's not too bad. I couldn't have drawn this even 6 weeks ago, so I'll take it as a win. But I sketched out a rough composition and sort of put circles roughly where I wanted the flowers to be. And decided to put them all facing head on as a style point because everything I did at a practice sketch for like a side or an alteration of the angle was just beyond my skill. It was looking really, really bad. Maybe that's just me over critiquing myself, but there it is. In terms of composition, I'm quite happy with it. It's just the technical parts of actually making the cherry blossoms look attractive. But for the month of March, I didn't change a lot on the internal part, so we'll just skip straight past that, which you won't see yet because I'm still going through and doing all these little 5-petal blossoms and some flower buds and whatnot. Cherry trees are really cool. I kind of went with this composition because of different Japanese style prints. I loved kimono as a teenager. I actually have a few complete kimono ensembles in a trunk, and one of them is a hand painted kimono that's a very pale pink, and it's got cherry blossoms in bloom, and down at the bottom there's a woman dressed in a full kimono with her back to you waiting for somebody. It's really, really pretty. It's my favorite one. But I decided to follow something akin to the Japanese compositions with all the blossoms facing forward, not just because I couldn't draw the other ones, but because I knew I could end up with a result that would be passable. So that's what the composition layout came from. Add in a few leaves and some closed buds, and we've got something, you know what, not too shabby. Changing line weight, erasing. I was going to start drawing in the stems, and I'm like, no, that's not going to come out right. So get rid of all the pencil, and I'll go in with a heavier weight pen. Here we go. Starting to trace out the branches. You know, knowing how plants grow means you can, and as being a stickler for a lot of detail can make you I don't know, I'll say twitchy for wanting everything to be anatomically accurate, and knowing you don't have the full skill to do so and just have to let it go. Otherwise, you're never going to get to the point where it actually could be properly anatomically accurate. But I mean, it's not completely terrible. I decided the blossoms, the original line weight I'd used was too light in contrast with the branches. So I'm just going over them with the heavier pen here. I think the leaves are too basic, but I know if I keep touching it, it's just not going to be the way I want it to. But at the end of the video, there's a good 6 seconds where you'll see how I changed up the one page, but the rest of it, like the first 2 pages with my food tracker on the second page and my sleep and a few other things on the first page, that's all remained the same with the, mood tracker. Sorry, I'm just changing the self-development talk that I'm listening to while I do this. Stacking functionality. It's a thing I like doing. That way I don't feel like I'm wasting time when I'm working on something creative, because I always feel like I need to be doing something business related. Even though I'm recording this for YouTube, it doesn't make much sense that I feel like I'm not doing anything productive, but you know, why not have both going at the same time because I'm going to mute the original audio anyways and record this voiceover. I'm also babbling because I don't know what else to say while I'm drawing, even though it's sped up 6 times. Actually, my daughter loves when the cherry blossoms bloom because it's like pink snow all over the ground. Oh, we're almost done. A couple of terribly drawn falling petals. Fuck it, it's in pen. Here we go. You can see the skills, my follower counts. I went in with an alcohol pen. I won't repeat that. See you next time.